All right, Britannia. I'm going to start with you, even though Britannia is not at the top of the list, because like Britannia is in the top of the world,
Oh,
Hello.
and they rule the waves, of course. Talk about Britannia. What happened? Icenia is getting absolutely murdered.
Yeah, he has been he caused like three or four several wars, like just chewed people up, and he's looked like that on several occasions, but then has pulled it right back and just cleaned out. Um, Unfortunately, he's left, so I can't really.
Who was the player there again?
Min
Min.
99.
Right, of course. His nation looks like it's on the brink, but I don't know if he's bringing it back, then he's bringing it back.
Yeah,
So, Domnonia, you're going into Belgium.
yeah. I. So this is kind of interesting and possibly a bug. So I declared war on Marinia, and then he called in all his allies, and I was kind of slowly kind of piecing them out one by one, and then Marinia had a civil war, which eventually won the country, and then he got removed. He was no longer the war leader, and it was some random like one city minor in the middle of France.
Nice.
Yeah, it was quite fun.
And then, Damnonia, you're going into Ireland.
that's right. I'm peacefully colonizing Ireland and trying to extinguish the Hibernian culture.
That's the best way to go about it. I agree entirely.
Needed to be done.
For sure. So are you doing that with oratory, or are you using policies?
Yes, yeah, and a few slaves, moving them from province to province, colonizing everything.
Nice. Well, I wish you very much good luck for that, because, get rid of the Hibernians. It should all be Damnonians.
Sounds good, man.
Sounds good. Alright, I'm going to move on.
Cheers.
Greece, how are you guys doing?
Pretty good.
Right?
It was a bit
Nah, jokes.
scary.
Not really, but
Tell me about how your sessions went.
What? Oh, you want to go first, Master? We'll see you some more.
Alright, let me just turn you up. Oh, you're already at maximum. Albert, you're very small. Sorry, quiet.
Alright. Just stay right.
Eat your microphone.
So, my session's gone pretty well. Cassander lived forever. He just died at the very end of the session,
Aw, rip.
and that helped a lot for my stability. But now I'm kind of regretting it because my wars just ended, and I'm low on manpower, low on troops, and he just died, and I have 75,000 disloyal troops that just spawned.
Ooh.
And it says a civil war is imminent in 12 months.
Yeah, no, that does sound like something you might have to deal with.
Yeah, and now I'm just like, well, I don't know what I'm going to do next, but it started out well. I defended against Phrygia in the beginning, and at one point I was at war with both Athens and Sparta whenever you called me in.
Yeah, and I gave you a province. Don't forget that. I am a good ally.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, so Sparta, or should I say Arcadia? How did it go for you?
Really well. I feel like the first war is probably one of the harder ones, just because I think 4 nations got involved, and 2 of the bigger nations in Greece were in there, so that took a lot of the manpower early on. And after recovering from that was pretty hard, but I feel like pretty comfortable situation now. Have most of Lower Greece, so actually I don't know where I'll go next though. So I might just hop over Macedon into that region up there. I forget exactly what it's called. Go
Illyria?
up there. Yeah, Illyria. Just
Nice.
go up there.
Sounds like a good
Maybe
idea.
I'll move to the border of Phrygia, but I'm pretty sure that's other subjects.
Yeah, I think
But,
so.
yeah, I'll think about it as the week goes by, but I'm pretty content with how the first session went.
Yeah, I mean, you completely consolidated the Peloponnese Peninsula and then got a little bit up there. Yeah, seems good. How about you, Athens? How did you get free? Was it a mutual freedom thing?
well, given that the Phrygia guy's not here, I can spill the beans. It was meant to be that I'd help him against Macedon, but he declared the war like straight away, and I was like, "Well, mate, I'm not helping you." I mean, he never actually asked, but like Macedon asked for military access, and I said yes. Like I was playing the neutral side.
Yeah, I was wondering if you would accept that or not.
Well, Thrace asked me, and they were your ally in that war, and well, might as well, like, you know.
Yeah.
He kind of just did it out of the blue without talking to us, so I wasn't ready for it, and I was helping Sparta, as he was saying. That first war, I was against Boeotia and Thebes, or however you say it, which basically equal sort of strength with me. And Sparta was having troubles, especially since he kept desyncing right at the beginning. So that had just happened. I was basically on 0 manpower, which I basically stayed on 0 manpower for the rest of the session because I gained like 77 pops. I have 77 manpower a month or something.
I can certainly what's it called, empathize with that one. I get manpower is hard.
Manpower is hard.
When I had my first desync, I think the AI deleted half of my troops, and most of them were heavy infantry. And then the money to recover that back up was a bit tight. So that's why my first war was a bit slow. Due to that like manpower issue and the money issue.
So what's your plans for Crete?
Look.
Are you going to fight me for it?
I don't want to talk about it. I'm not gonna lie, it's fairly grim. I don't really have anywhere to expand because Arcadia's really, or Sparta, Arcadia, whatever, really the only reason I'm alive. Like, you'll notice that like all the Diadochi have guaranteed him, and none of them have guaranteed me. But I'm allied to him, so we're all good.
Yeah.
But like, you know, I don't have the manpower, don't have the troops. I have somewhat money, but not really. And I don't really have anywhere to expand because up to the north is Macedon, to the south's my ally, Crete's got you in it, then there's Phrygia, which has got Naxos and all that good stuff. So it's going to be a lot of thinking, really.
Ally with Egypt and murder Phrygia. I want to see Athenian.
I mean, inevitably that's the choice that I'm going to have to pick, but I don't know. We'll see how the week plays out. I don't really have anything in my mind of what I want to do yet.
Fair enough.
It'll be very reactionary.
Alright, I better move on then. Thanks a lot for the talking and the playing and all that.
Yeah.
Hello, Dacia Illyria. How are you guys doing?
Hello.
Hey,
Well, pretty exhausted from the session. It was pretty hard.
Well,
especially for Getya.
Yeah, I can see Getya is in another revolt. You were in a revolt the last time I was over here.
So what happened was when the revolts break out, my alliances turn to guarantee, so none of my allies are called in.
Ooh.
And then
Yeah, I
what
couldn't
happens is-
join him.
Yeah, and then what happens is because of my revolt don't have any allies, my surrounding neighbors all attack my revolt. And then what happened is that one of the nations, which is the Purple Nation, defeated my rebels, whilst also declaring war on me. So what happened is that instead of all the territories going back to being loyal, they all flipped to being his. So we had to take them back, and then upon taking them back,
They're all disloyal again.
they
Yeah,
all
they were
disloyal
disloyal
again,
again.
so they all broke free again. So it's a cycle of never-ending disloyalty.
It does
Yeah,
sound
so-
quite painful.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
like I said, if the allies could join, it would be okay. Or if the AI wasn't just jumping on my rebels so quickly. Yeah, I think I mean I just crushed the main force of the rebel force again. So hopefully, if I can restabilize and have just a small amount of time of loyal nations, then I'll be able to sort myself out. Because I actually grew relatively large from where I started, but it's half of it's just always rebels.
Yeah, I think the half of the next session is gonna be him stabilizing his kingdom with his personal levies trying to be attached in different regions. So it's gonna be fun next week.
So what nations can you both form?
We can both form Dacia, but I'm leaving him to him because my ambitions are below the Danube River. And yeah, I'm just going kind of like between Dacia and Macedon, and while I'm trying to expand into Odrysian Kingdom for the next session. It was pretty hard for me at the beginning as well, because of when I got kicked, if you remember, when my game crashed.
Yes.
My AI made joined defensive leech with one of the other AIs, and I didn't saw it. And when I came back to the game, this AI, the other AI, got attacked, and I got involved in war while I was in rebellion. So I
Oh,
had to fight on two fronts, and yeah, it was pretty. It was pretty hardcore. Good thing was that the armies of my rebellion went to Getia at the
Yeah.
moment to fight him for some strange reason. So he defeated them, and I was just going and I just had to fight the AI, which was not easy task as well. There were a lot of stacks. Just the blob was crazy, but I managed to do it, and now even I'm even improving my research. I'm wasting a lot of mana to promote freemen into citizens, so I'm getting civilized slowly but surely. I even got away the message where my tech is too bad, so I
oh,
guess
very
that's
nice.
kind of
I
progress.
think that happens at what, like 55%, something like that.
Yeah, I think so. Well, I was spamming promote pops like crazy, so I guess.
Fair enough. Anyway, thanks a lot for the talk and thanks for playing. And I will go to the next area.
Yeah, see you next week.
See you next week
See
for
you,
sure.
Lambert.
Bye bye. Hello, Gaul. How are you guys doing?
Hello.
So, Brainiel, you're Armorica. You formed a nation. I think you're the first person to form a nation. Oh no, there's Sparta as well. I don't know who did it first though.
Oh yeah,
How'd the session go for you?
I had a lot of fun.
You've got tech. That's something that you don't see a lot of in Gaul.
I was sitting around with the civilization effort on my capital for most of the game.
So,
I actually do have tech.
how long ago did you form Armorica?
Just at the end of the session.
Okay, fair enough. Because you need to reset your ideas at the start of next session. Because when you form a nation, it makes you do your ideas again for some ungodly reason. But
Yeah. No, I know I haven't done that yet.
aye, but it seems you've expanded. What are your future plans?
My plans are to sit on this and get tech, pretty much.
You got a decent chunk of manpower as well, which is pretty nice.
I do, yeah. I just spent a lot of it, but I have some left.
And
I just want to trade from here on.
what kind of goods do you have up here?
Not a whole lot.
Anything decent? You got horses. Horses are really good. I
have
love me
horses.
some
I do
horses.
have horses.
Yeah, I love me some horses.
And actually, do I have an iron? I have an iron.
Yeah. I think you'd not want to get rid of that iron though. Like that's something you might want to keep. But yeah, Mr. Meatballs, do you have your mic working then? Good. Maybe I can't hear you. Nope. Okay. Do you want to just give me a quick text of what your how your session went, and I'll read that out. But you were Arvernia, if I remember rightly. Yeah, there's a bit of expansion going on. Making loads of vassals. Ooh. You got 1, 2, 3 vassals. That's actually really nice. Oh wait, whoa, no. Helvia, Sorbonia, Lemovitsia, Biturgia, and Cubia. That is an interesting strategy. 5 vassals. That's quite interesting. I'm gonna look forward to seeing how that pans out. Anytime I've made tribal vassals, I end up with unreal amounts of civil wars. But yeah, just so you don't upgrade your rank. Yeah, it's interesting strategy. You'll have 24 cities, the perfect amount. And is that... it's not perfect borders on provinces, but I guess it doesn't need to be. Fair enough. Well, hope you enjoyed the session, and I will see you in the next week's session. Right, I'm going to move on to another chat then.
Macedon will soon have a civil war.
Yes, he will. But I'm talking about Iberia. So, hello guys, how are you doing?
Hello.
Hello.
Good.
You guys still in the game? No, you're not. Okay, so talk about your
Yes,
your
I'm
nations.
still.
I'm still in.
So Emporion, you don't seem to have grown all that much.
Hey, I have the most score in all of Iberia.
That may well be true.
I've gained a city and I lost a city.
Fair enough. Who did you lose it to? Was it Sistania?
Yes.
So how did you lose it?
We were at war for 20 years.
20 years. Holy shit.
He took the city and did nothing.
Fair enough. We've also got.
I was attacked 2 times, and yeah, the first war I was also sieged down.
You seem quite.
They didn't
hemmed
siege
in.
me down, so I got money out of it against 40,000 troops.
Wow, that's.
And the second
impressive.
war against again 40,000, they just took the province and never sieged down my capital.
Well,
So,
you
yeah.
seem to be quite hemmed in there. You've got Massalia, who's doing very well to your north, and then
Yes.
you've got Vasconia that is doing very well to your everywhere else.
Yes, I know.
So what's the plan?
Raiding Rome.
Invading Rome,
Waiting.
waiting for Rome,
Waiting. With an R.
Raiding with an R.
raiding Rome. That's also awesome. I definitely want to see that. That sounds great.
Just.
But don't tell him I said
How
that.
long? Well, I'm 76% done before I get it in tech, so yeah.
Wow, 5655. That is impressive amount of tech. But I suppose you are Greek, so yeah.
And I have nothing better to do with my points and left.
13 citizens, 9 citizens, 6 citizens. You've got nothing but citizens.
Yes, only Cyprus, Luctus has more tech than.
Yeah, Liptus won't be around for too long, so you're gonna have it for you're gonna have the most tech soon.
Yes.
Very nicely done.
So
So
world comes even close to me.
raiding Rome, as in the city or just the coast?
The coast.
Ah, fair enough. So
Well-
how about Vasconia and Aravatia? How are you guys doing? You seem to have been going on a very similar path to the west.
It's okay because the Aravachi are the only ones that are right to rule Iberia, so...
Oh, so you're belligerent towards each other. How do
We cooperate, but not willingly.
So, has there been wars between you?
No.
No.
Will there be a war between you?
It depends on what Carthage does, if I'm honest.
Oh, yeah. Are you a little bit afraid of Carthage?
Yes.
Yeah, they're moving up quick.
Yeah, I guess they really are.
We
So-
were initially worried about these 2 Greek states over here, but we've come to a bit of a mutual understanding.
They're small and don't bother you, and you don't eat them?
More like if there's a big bad that comes out of Italy, then we'll help them with that. But if Carthage comes up, then they'll help us with that.
So what if the big bad out of Italy comes up, and then Carthage comes in from the side? Like the opposite way around. Same deal applies?
Yeah, or I just become a vassal of whichever is the stronger guy.
Fair enough.
I'm not willing to switch sides.
Fair enough. Well, you definitely seem to have grown at a very even pace. Like, it's scary how similar sized you are. You are within 20 pops of each other. I mean, what is that? Exactly 15 pops between you. 2 cities between you. Admittedly, the amount of cohorts is a bit different, but...
Yeah. I got kind of caught in a couple civil wars because my culture is different than all the other surrounding cultures.
Of course.
So, rebellions and then civil wars right after.
Well, I hope you pull it together, and we'll see where you go next week. I'm going to move on to the next place. So, yeah, thanks a lot. I'll see you later.
Sweet. Thanks, Lambert.
Why are you in the Germany chat? Because I don't think you count as German anymore, do you?
Where am I supposed to go?
You can be in all of the chats simultaneously at this point.
Well, that is actually what I was doing. I was hopping around all of the chats. Yes, yes,
So,
yes, I was.
are you going into India as well?
At this point, that's not likely. Like, I had that initial strategy of, oh yeah, let's go and make Swedish India, but then the Moria player went. Well,
So if you do that, you might...
Well, they didn't go. That's kind of the problem.
Of course. So, did you have to get, like, military access through every single nation?
No. That's the brilliant part. The migrator pop armies can walk through anything. No access required.
So you just chuck them... You pack up and walk south, and that's it.
Yes. I just walked to Southern Arabia. It took 6 years, but I just walked there.
How did you feed yourself on the way?
I don't know. I leave that to the guys who were doing the journey. I'm not particularly worried about it.
So then you...
and somehow they got reinforcements. I'm not entirely sure how, but they did.
That does sound quite incredible. Fair enough. You
and
colonized a port, then took Socotra.
Yes, and I was training with Catawba. I was trading with Catawba, and still am. But then Axum kept talking about convincing Catawba to go to war with me because he really wanted Socotra, and I think I've adopted a long-term strategy of if any of them try, I'm going to leave Southern Arabia for good and just leave that there despite them.
Because they can't get it. There's no way for them to get Socotra other than taking it from you.
Well, no, they can't. They don't have. The problem is none of them have diplo range. Even Egypt, which they were talking about, doesn't have diplo range to my capital in Stockholm. So
your capital is still in Stockholm.
Yes.
Oh my god. This is very impressive. This is kind of incredible. Like,
well, I just noticed that I could walk through anything, no access required, and then I went, oh yeah, okay, what are the furthest places and most stupid places on the map I can get to?
So even if you did go and colonize the east of Bengal, Moria couldn't do anything to you anyway because they can't reach Stockholm.
They could because.
Borders.
That's the whole thing with Socotra and like why I evacuated in Southern Arabia, the border. In other news, in non-crazy Southern Arabian news, you can kind of tell what my expansion plans in Europe are just from my pieces of land dotted around.
I'm thinking it's Germany and Poland, basically.
Yeah. I'm just kind of leaning against the mountains.
You have 319 pops. That's some crazy growth considering what you start with.
26.
26.
And wait, let's take a quick look here. 107, 177, and my culture, my religion.
That's scary impressive. 109 cohorts. You've got a bigger army than Phrygia. You're only slightly smaller than Egypt. You've got a bigger army by almost double than the Seleucids. Rome can't touch you. Carthage can't touch you. Yeah, you have, other than Egypt, you have the largest army in the game.
Yeah, this is thanks to my clans. I got three clan leaders. One of them is 15 cohorts, one of them is 13, one of them is 21. And then you need to keep in mind that the clan leaders who have died previously have left me their troops. And because of the crazy amount of commerce income I'm getting from owning tons and tons of land all over the place and being able to trade, and I'm gaining almost 20 ducats a month from commerce income.
Wow, that's impressive.
I'm getting a bit less than 9 from taxes, but commerce income is my income.
Very nice indeed.
And my army maintenance right now is a bit less than 15 ducats because of the sheer amount of units I currently have. But you have to keep in mind that like I'm not paying for any of the clan stuff.
Oh, of course, yes. Unless they die, and then you have the army yourself.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
well,
but like I'm not paying for 50 cohorts. Yeah, 50 cohorts.
but then you are paying for another 50, so that's quite a lot. Anyway, I'm going to go to another chat so I can get through everyone.
Go,
yeah.
My main challenge at the moment is civilizing.
Oh, naturally.
I'm at minus 35% centralization still, and I will be for a long time as I'm using the migration mechanics. Yeah, it's just civilizing, really.
Well, good luck with that. All right.
Yeah.
I shall chat to you next week then.
Mm-hmm.
Sarmatian King, how are you doing? I see you're in a bit of a civil war.
Yeah, it was going all nice and well until I declared war on a nation that had a revolt going on, and then I got force pieced out of it, and I declared war again, and after that war was over, I had a nice little civil war. I was losing it, and then my ally Scrapple saved me from it. He kind of feeding me money, and now he's joined in on the war to help me out. Kind of struggling right now. I am at least, but.
Oh, so you and Bosporan Kingdom are pretty tight then?
Yeah. We plan on playing together throughout the whole entire game, working as allies, seeing what happens.
That's good to know. Very nice. So, what are your plans from here after you finish your civil war?
After we finish the civil war, I'm going to focus on consolidating my land around me and colonizing and working on my economy. And I believe BK is also going to try and do the same thing as well, just work on his economy and also colonize.
Very nice.
Yeah, so that's our game plan right now.
All right. Well, I wish you the very best of luck with that. Sounds very interesting.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
No problem. I'll see you guys next week.
Take care, man.
You too. Hello, Africa, and... Yeah, is everyone here now? Africa and Bactria for a second. How are you guys doing?
Doing good.
Wonderful.
Good.
So, tell me about how your sessions went.
Pretty damn well.
Yeah, I can see you've expanded.
Yeah, I got everything done that I wanted to get done.
I only had 2 major civil wars.
Only 2? Well, that's...
Only 2.
It's less than 3.
Less than 3.
Axum is now 6th place in the leaderboard, and we are colonizing.
Yeah, Axum being that high is... unexpected, let's say. But I'm coming for you. I'm very close to you. I'm like less than 20 behind. I'm getting there.
Plus, our glorious technology shall be better than the Seleucid Empire.
Well, your technology is already better than the Seleucids, and also better than mine.
Indeed.
This is very ahistorical. I've heard you had some words with the nice people in Socotra.
Oh, yes. Suonia decided that it's theirs, apparently, and I'm very upset at that. So I threatened to buy it off of them, and then they refused every offer.
Wait.
Every offer I...
You threatened to buy it?
Indeed, yeah. I mean, I offered hundreds of cash for it, and they did not accept. So then I threatened to go to war with them, and then they mentioned that I was incapable because of the diplomatic range feature.
Yeah, they're still in Stockholm, which I personally find absolutely hilarious.
So now I have to make some plans to somehow get this island.
I think you're going to have to sail up the Nile and then around the everything to get diplomatic range with him. That's going to be interesting.
Actually, your best bet is to ally Catawba and then have Catawba fabricate claims on the Suonian territory in southern Arabia and then attack that way.
Catawba is a fierce ally of Suonia, and he will never give up.
I will.
Even if he did, he's still a migratory tribe. He could just migrate those 2 provinces in Arabia and...
Yeah, and
untouchable again.
I think I'm going to threaten to just continuously assassinate his ruler if that happens. I'm just going to dump all of my powers into it.
Your ruler back in Stockholm, we're going to assassinate him because he has an island that he put a flag on.
I'm telling you, I want this island.
Well, good luck with getting it.
I will
Nate.
see you later, Lambert. I gotta head out.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Good,
That
good
was
work,
why I
Chili.
was in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
All right, see you later. Who else? So, Ptolemy, what happened? How did you manage to expand so well?
Well, I started off with an agreement with Phrygia that when he was at war with Syracuse and Macedon, I wouldn't do anything in return for Cyprus. Then he said to me that he couldn't give me Cyprus because of the event that would make his nation fall apart if he didn't have it. So instead we agreed that I would get Palestine. But there must have been some miscommunication because instead of giving me the region of Palestine, he gave me the province of Philistine, or whatever it's called.
Right.
So when he then got into a bit of a pickle and a load of his nations rebelled, I then attacked the rebellious nations in Palestine and took them. He wasn't too happy, but I was like, well, it's mine. And then when I saw he was struggling against the Seleucids, I just sort of jumped on him for Cyprus, and we had a big naval battle. His navy got crushed. We then had a big land battle. His army got crushed, and he made peace.
Sounds good. I also saw Armenia came into that the first war as well, or maybe it was the second war. But yeah, Armenia went into Phrygia as well. That was quite fun to see. We'll see if that happens in on the Tuesday game.
Ooh.
Maybe, who knows? I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna move on to the next chat. So I shall see you all later.
See ya.
See. Generally traded war, even. Oh, hi.
Hi. I mean, we were all in the chat together the whole time. So do you want to just give me a
Yeah.
quick rundown? Anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a quick rundown. Okay. First, you have Rockstar Imperator Justinian in Rome, who and
Stark Attack in Etruria.
Yeah. This beginning of the session was like a bunch of wars. Me and Etruria went to war with the same guy, trying to outsmart each other and get some provinces, and we both got about 50% of the country each.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to no CD at the very beginning, losing 2 stab because I had already taken, and then I saw that you declared on them, and I was like, oh, I can't let you. And it was because I was going to let you take Sabina, but then I didn't realize that Sabina was in a defensive alliance with Umbria, and I was like, oh, I can't let you take all of Umbria. Yeah. So I had to no CD Umbria, which was kind of painful at the beginning.
Yeah. I should have sieged the province north of Sambria to have a little more bargaining, like a little bigger bargaining chip. But I think it's the borders would still look about the same because I wasn't planning on taking the entire thing.
Yeah. Actually, we have fairly reasonable looking borders.
Yeah.
It's
then me and Lambert divided southern Italy between us. With him taking the foot of Italy, while I took the boot. And then we divided the Samnites. And now we have a fairly stable border with lots of forts.
Yes.
Yep.
Forts make good borders.
Yes.
Also, Rome is really, really technologically advanced, which is I spent 2,000 points on moving citizens, just figuring out how that system works. Now, how best to optimize that, which I probably should have done before the game. But,
yes, possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a lot of citizens.
Yeah.
How many citizens are in Latium then?
I'm not sure. I haven't checked, but I have
Oh, you're not in the game anymore. Okay.
Yeah, Rome itself
I can't.
has 43
You have the DLC, so I can't.
Oh.
But I have 4 provinces with 14 or 15 citizens, and Rome with 50-ish, 40-ish.
43.
Yeah, I have a tech bonus of 140, I think.
That's a lot higher than mine.
Yeah. So I'm technologically I'm doing great. Economically I'm doing okay. Manpower I'm also doing fine. Not anything special. I don't have an abundance of manpower, but I'm doing fine. It's not an issue.
Yeah.
So overall, Rome is very stable. How are you doing, Etruria?
I have my expansion northward kind of stretched me to the point where I have to cool it for a little bit. The aggressive I have 11 aggressive expansion, which is painful because Corsica actually almost revolted. They were 8 or so months away from revolting on me in the middle of the war versus like Boy and Genoa. And like at the time, I had no navy, and I was like, if Corsica revolts, I just cannot do anything at all. But I was able to. I imported some stuff and gave them autonomy. Like, I've been madly converting as many pops as I can there, and yeah, I have to spend all of my oratory assimilating, because that's the one thing. Like, Rome's been expanding into mostly same culture. I've been expanding into different culture, so I have to. All my oratory has been spent on like just assimilating pops, so that like my provinces can stay a little bit loyal.
Of course.
And it's still going to take a while, especially with this, like the penalties from culture group from aggressive expansion. Like, I think Liguria still has like 0, which is problematic. Oh yeah, they're finally just starting to like.
They're rising, but they're at like
they're
0.
rising, but they're at 0 loyalty. Like, yeah, that's bad.
Fair enough.
I was unaware of aggressive expansion being different than in EU4. So I was just thinking it was like this.
That would have been a rude awakening.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, yeah, we are in a play game. Nobody's gonna coalition me. So I was just like, I didn't pay attention to any of that, and I haven't still paid attention to that, because I was like, after the session was when I got to like know and understand that aggressive expansion can be really bad.
So you've got some learning to do.
Yeah, dude, I've learned so much this game. Dude, I've been asking you for like tons of tips, all through.
Well, very welcome to get.
So yeah, and welcome to the stream for if you guys want groups and I ask the questions for you. But
right. I've got to go to the last player, but
sure.
I guess I will see you guys next week.
Yeah, see you next week.
See you later.
Yeah.
Hey, Katafaros, how are you doing?
Hi, very good.
You are Kucha.
Yes,
you are very out of the way.
Yes. I have not had much to do, actually.
Yeah, I didn't think you would, because, I mean, you're very, very out of the way. I can't really stress that enough. Very good technology, though, I guess. Have you been putting everyone into citizens?
Yep.
Ah, that strategy.
I mean, what else am I going to do than tick up?
Fair enough. So what are your plans then, other than
So my plans for this session were to reach 300% tech efficiency, which I did, and to get to regional power, so 24 cities. But I didn't get to regional power because my ruler has 0 civic.
Ooh.
Civic power.
Oratory, the blue one.
Yeah, oratory.
That's
whatever.
it. Yeah.
So I couldn't fabricate any claims.
Ah, fair enough. Yeah, that could be quite tough.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a very nice civic though. Like 10 civic is nothing to be sniffed at.
That solved a lot. That solved a lot of inventions.
For sure. So yeah, 5, 5, 5, 5, and I guess are you close to the 6?
Yeah, I'm very close to 6. It's like a year away, maybe.
Very nice. You are, I guess then, the 3rd highest tech nation in the game right now. After Lictus is in first 6, 6, 7, 5, and then there is Emporion with 5, 6, 5, 5.
Ooh.
So yeah, you're doing very well, especially for being tucked away so far up in the north.
Yeah.
So next week we'll have a Bactria player as well. Have you been speaking to him at all?
Yeah. No, actually, I've only been speaking to the Seleucids, but I could assume we can work something out.
Oh yeah, he's a reasonable guy.
Yeah. I want to step horses mostly, that he has.
Oh yes. Where's the nearest step horses then to you? That's step horse, yes. Oh wow, yeah, you're gonna have to go in the middle of Bactria, or trade for it, of course.
Yeah, I'm planning to trade for it. I don't want to fight Bactria.
Yeah, I imagine that would be quite difficult. But anyway, I hope you had fun.
Yep.
Cool, and I will see you next week then.
Yep, you too. Bye.
See you later. Alright, chat, that is me done for this week. Well, not done, I've got other things to do. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the stream. I've had a lot of fun. Yeah, this is a huge multiplayer. It's the first time I've done anything like this, organizing a multiplayer this size. But yeah, I think it's gone pretty well. On Tuesday, the same time as when this started, I will be again doing a large multiplayer, but this one will actually be hosted by Vespasian, who was playing as Egypt in this game, and I will be playing as Armenia, so a little bit larger than Syracuse. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully I am able to do well as Armenia. So I hope to see you then. I will be cutting up this series, this multiplayer, and putting it on YouTube as well. So if you missed any, it'll all be on YouTube. So yeah, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you're watching on YouTube, then likes and all that good stuff as well. Always appreciated. And I will see you guys in the next one.